You know what? The biggest mistake that we make when it comes to healthy longevity is believing that there's a magic pill that we're just missing, and we keep trying to find it. A potion, an elixir, an ab exercise, a certain vegetable that will cleanse you. It's like, it's wild. And so I wanted to talk to you about that today. We are barraged with all kinds of advertising and products and talking heads that are definitely in the space of healthy longevity, but may or may not be connected with the truth. And I'm going to help you separate that out today. I mean, think about this. The anti-aging industry is over $60 billion. That's a lot of creams and pills and promises. But here's the kicker. None of this changes the root cause of aging. They just slap a Band-Aid on the symptoms. So what are we going to do? You know, we cover the symptoms and we hope nobody will notice that we're actually getting older, I guess. The truth, longevity starts from the inside out. You don't need a billion-dollar industry to make it happen. I mean, sure, a quick fix would be great. A shortcut to stay young and vibrant forever. But you know, even in the sci-fi films, it doesn't end well. It's human nature. Life is busy. We don't have the time to do all the things we think we need to be doing. So when someone promises a quick life hack that gives us something that we've been looking for, it's eye-catching. Or, as you get better at this, it becomes, oh, that's clickbait. But wherever you are on that spectrum, you've been at this a while. So the real problem is, by chasing the easy way out, we give up on the real tools that actually work. Sometimes what works is actually a little boring. There's no bells and whistles. It's just the real deal. I've seen this with my clients. Brilliant, motivated people who've spent years believing they needed a fancy solution and then finally realize they have to focus on the basics, and maybe they need to hire a trainer to help them exercise safely and to make results happen, and to help with their nutrition and to honor the fact that they have a human body that needs to recover, and so sleep becomes more important, and they need to put the screens away and go to bed on time so they get their 7 to 8 hours. But once they do those boring things, all of a sudden, the magic starts to happen. And friends, the real secret to aging strong, it's not about turning back the clock. It's about owning your own time that makes it count. And the tools are right here in our hands. So here's 3 magnificent tools that are old school, perhaps, boring, perhaps, but authentic. And the truth. The top 3 are: number 1, strength training; number 2, nourishing your body; and number 3, prioritizing recovery. So work, feed, rest. Boring, right? Just 3 things to remember. But sometimes the boring thing is the thing that works. Strength training, of course, you know, makes you strong, resilient, have better balance, better stability to do all the things you love. It also encourages your bones to stay mineralized. So if you're struggling with osteopenia or osteoporosis, this can be magical for helping you be able to keep those bones dense, because the muscles pull on the bones and the body says, uh-oh, we need to keep those there. The other thing that it helps behind the scenes is cognitive health. So there's a brain-derived neurotropic factor that is created in the body. It's a specialized protein that will help build and regenerate nerve cells right up here. So if you have aging brains that don't get that stimulation, then the chances of Alzheimer's or some kind of dementia slipping in is just a little bit easier. So we want to keep that at bay. The second one, nourishing your body. Of course, Quality fuel for a quality machine. You want that. Think about those race cars that zoom around with this high performance. They use a special fuel. They can't just go to the gas station down the corner. They have to get the real deal that will fuel them for what they need to do, their activity. And we're not much different, really. We have to use quality fuel to be able to perform. And the third superpower action that you can take is recovery. You have permission to rest. You know, people have that work ethic of work, and rest when you die. Well, you're just bringing that date closer to you when you think that way. That rest is just as important as building. So that during the night, your body comes in and sweeps away all the debris, gets rid of all the dead cells, all the things that are no longer needed, the toxins, everything. And there's toxins in your brain that need to be swept out too. And it takes a certain amount of time to do that. And if you cut that short, then you're cutting your growth, your progress down. I think of it this way. This sounds a little crazy, but this is an example I use for my clients. That what they're doing when they're sleeping, they fall asleep, and these little Keebler elves come in and set up a scaffolding inside your body and start to clean the windows and scrape the dust and get all the crud off. And it takes a little time to build the scaffolding, to get all their equipment out, and to start scrubbing everything. And if you only sleep for 4 or 5 hours, all of a sudden, they have to scurry around, tear everything down, and leave. And the job is half done. How discouraging. Can you imagine? You just mop a floor, and now it's dirty again, and then you only have 5 minutes to clean it up, and there isn't the time. So you have to give your body the time it needs to do all that cleanup and all that restoration. Very important. But understand, none of this has to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. If you fall off, you have a bad night of sleep, make sure that you really go to bed a little earlier and do all the things that set you up for a good night's sleep. We'll have a video on that coming up soon. Here's the thing. Life isn't about just living longer. It's about feeling alive as long as you live. That's healthy longevity. So when you take ownership of your health, you don't just change your future. You change the way you show up every single day now and going forward. So it pays off immediately and later. Imagine waking up clear-headed and energized. It's the way you felt when you were young, only you can have it now too. So here's my challenge. Forget the magic spells out there. Instead, take one small step today toward the strongest, healthiest self. Maybe that's picking up a set of dumbbells, or cooking a nutrient-packed meal, or just going to bed an hour earlier. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more tips, and let me know in the comments what's one habit you've been focusing on to age strong. Remember, aging happens to all of us, but healthy aging, it's an inside job. It's your choice. Let's own it together.